Well, this election year, Texas Republicans are in a kind of a civil war. Voters are now having to pick sides in this. Joining me now to discuss this, SMU political science professor Dr. Cal Jillson. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brandon.
So Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton are kind of making this an election about school choice and Paxton's impeachment trial. So would you say the Republican Party in Texas is sort of at a fork in the road here, trying to figure out, and they have to figure out, which direction do we go?
Yeah, it is not uncommon for a political party that has enjoyed a big majority for now decades, in this case the Republican Party, but 60, 70 years ago, the Democrat Party, to break up into factions trying to control that majority and control its policy results. And so we've seen this before in Texas, not recently, but we've got about 20 incumbents who 10 incumbents that Greg Abbott has come out against, and 20 incumbents that the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, has come out against. I think most of the incumbents survive, but some of them may well go down and be replaced by someone further to the right, making the whole legislature a little bit more conservative.
So let's talk about the Democratic Party. The most watched race there is for U.S. Senate. Voters have to decide who will face U.S. Senator Ted Cruz. Do you expect this one to go to a runoff?
Well, the polling suggests that it may actually not go to a runoff, and Colin Allred was at 52, 53%. If he's over 50%, he wins it outright and goes directly to the general election. But Roland Gutierrez, a Texas senator from the Uvalde area, is running second in that. And if he can hold Allred below 50%, there would be a runoff. From Allred's perspective, he doesn't want that because he wants to hoard his money for the general election, begin training his fire on Ted Cruz right away.
All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about early voting turnout. It was slightly up for Republicans and down for Democrats. So what does that say, in your opinion, about this year's elections?
Yeah, I think it suggests that all of those Republican legislative primaries that we just talked about, where Abbott is involved and Paxton, but also former President Perry, former Governor Perry, and former President Trump are all involved, has the Republican electorate more energized than the Democrats are. The Democrats have the primary for president, and they have the support for Allred or Gutierrez, but there aren't that many other races that excite them. So we're a little bit down overall from 2020, but I think in 2024 that turnout will come back up.
Well, and real quickly, Cal, I mean, what do you think about this? The results here in Texas, is that going to mimic a national trend come November? I know that there's been a lot of reporting about sort of this voter apathy about the Trump-Biden ticket.
Yeah, there are a lot of people, 70% or better of the general electorate, who wish they had other choices. But, you know, I wish I was richer, and I'm not. So, you know, take the choices that you have. And that may depress turnout a little bit, but both sides will be making the case that it's a choice. It's them or us, and you've got to come out and vote for us, your side that you support. So we'll see how that goes. But I do expect that turnout will come back up as we approach the general election. We've had high turnout elections in Texas the last several cycles. I think we're looking at that again.
As I heard a teacher once say, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. All right. Dr. Cal Jillson, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks.